에? 이거구나. 자, 잠시 소란이 있었는데, 여튼 이거 뭐라고 부르지? 프로필 사진 저게 나랑 조금이라도 비슷한 것처럼 얘기를 하는데 죄송합니다. 이미지 하나 이제 받아가지고 너무나도 고마운 친구에게 받았습니다. 이미지에 맞는 모습이 되도록 머리를 기르고 있어요. 열심히 길러서 저 모습이랑 제 모습이랑 다를 게 없도록. 다행히도 저 친구가 가면을 쓰고 있어서 딱 얼굴까지 비슷하게 만들 수 있을 것 같아요. 여튼 정말 활발한 테스터들 덕분에 뭐 지금 할 게 약간 산더미처럼 쌓여있죠. 플러스 최근에 좀 바빠가지고 일에 좀 치여서 좀 못했는데 할 게 많습니다. 해야지 뭐. 할 수 있나? 이야, 이거 진짜 희한한 버그네. 오케이, 일단 희한한 버그 하나가 있습니다. 그것이 뭐냐 하면 이것도 우번투 버그인데 얘 가만히 있질 않아. 가만히 있네? 말하자마자. 뭐지? 그럴 수 있다 치고, 이제 뽑기를 할 때 제가 뭔가를 넣어가지고 인벤토리를 닫는 거 자체를 이제 닫는 이벤트가 감지가 이벤트 닫을 때 쓸데없는 포장을 하려고 하는데, 인벤토리를 닫을 때 뽑기 중이면 간단히 닫히지 않게끔 혹은 인벤토리를 덮어 씌워서 넣은 아이템들을 돌려받을 수 있게끔 하는 그런 처리를 했었습니다. 이제 그것이 안 돼. 방금 확인했다시피 이제 아이템이 사라지는 그런 버그가 있어가지고 그걸 해결하기 위해서 지금 원정 나왔어요. 해결을 해야 돼요. 해서 예전 코드를 한번 비교해 가면서 보도록 하지요. 예전 코드랑 얘랑 크게 다를 게 없을 텐데 뭘로 인해 무엇으로 인해서 이러한 증상이 나온 건지를 확인을 좀 해봐야겠어요. 뽑기 정보 필요 없죠, 이런 거. Inventory Cloud. 잠깐만, 이거 이제 할 수 있겠는데? 보니까 이거 왜 할 수 있냐면 매추가 만들어준 게 이 친구가 만들어준 게 하나 있어가지고 그 링크를 사용을 하면 될 것 같아요. 잠깐만 가려주고. 굳이 가릴 필요는 없었네. 어디다 넣어놨지? 어디가 넣어놨는데. 가이드, 게임 진행, 클라이언트 설치, 업데이트네요. 눕. 카톡으로 받았나 이거를? 오케이, 찾았습니다. 공지에 올렸었지? 생각해보니까. 얘를 넣으면 될 것 같아요. 얘를 어디에 넣냐? 저거에 사용하는 거지. 얘를 요렇게로 뽑아서 뽑기가 있는데 쭉 뽑기 재료와 결과물 확인할 수 재료와 결과물을 확인할 수 있어. 링크를 채팅으로 보내줍니다. 그래가지고 저런 다음 링크에서 뽑기 재료와 결과물을 확인할 수 있습니다. 우클릭 시 링크를 채팅으로 보내줍니다. 쉣. 예상한 대로 가지 않는데? 너무 어이가 없네. 뭐죠? 아, 다 고장났어요. 오케이. 매우 좋지 않습니다. If name is 뽑기. 그 아닐 경우 다 캔슬 시켜야 되는 거 아니야? 그랬던 거 같은데. 그치. 싹 다 취소를 시켜줍니다. 잘 되네. My name is 이거. 이름 잘 들어갔고. 모르겠네. 캔슬 이벤트가 왜 안 먹히는 거 같지? 아, 뽑기가 맞잖아. 캔슬 이벤트를 하고 우클릭을 했을 때 뽑기 왜 안 됐을까? 이거는 오류가 난 거 같은데? 그치? 이거 DDSK에 붙여줘야지. 다 고장이 났던 거네. 저는 이거 필요 없을 것 같은데, 저게 가능한 거였다면. 어쩐지 뭔가 좀 빨랐어. 지금도 빨라. 아하, 많은 걸 빼먹었죠? 됐다. 클릭도 잘 되고, 클릭했을 때 클릭님? 클릭이 안 되네. Send clickable link. 이건가요? 맞나보네. 되네. 재밌구마잉. 잘 되고. 너 나한테 왜 그래? 이거 이렇게 말하는 이유가 내 생각에 인벤토리 세이브가 잘 안돼서 그런 것 같은데? 그치? 자, 봅시다. 인벤토리를 닫았어. 리턴 플레이어 인벤토리라는 게 돌아야 되는데 얘가 제대로 안 돌기 때문에 미친! 커런트 인벤토리로 하면 이상한 삑사리가 나네. 이건 진짜 거의 정말 3년 전에 쓴 주석인 것 같은데 살포시 지워주고. 일단 세이브 플레이어 인벤토리를 하냐? 하네? 네, 오케이. 일단 인벤토리 세이브는 한번 해. 기존 거를 싹 다 지워버리고 루프를 돌려서 UID에 루프놈에다가 이거를 다 꽂는데 인벤토리를 돌려줄 때 루프 36번 36번 돌리고 가만히 있어봐. 왜 이게 안 됐지? 될 것 같은데. 리턴이 돌았을까? 리턴 돌았어. 이 해시태그 DDSK 해시태그 해야 되나? 아니지. 리턴이 안 도네. 이건 분명히 리턴이 돌아야 되는 그런 시나리오인데 리턴이 안 돌았어. 아, 인벤토리 열었어. 그럼 attack GUI open to player. 인벤토리를 닫았어. GUI 오픈이라는 태그가 인지 엄지 얘가 판단을 못하는데? 왠지 모르겠는데? 딱 보니까 이게 문제 같은데? 그러네. GUI 오픈이라는 태그를 가져온지 안 가져온지를 얘가 판단을 못해요. DDSK를 붙이네 얘도. 해시태그도 붙여야 되나? 해시태그는 안 붙이잖아. 다른 말로 이걸 붙이지 않으면 되지도 않는다는 소리야. 그치? 다 붙여보지 뭐. 저건 안 붙여도 그냥 이게 난 오류 같은데? 그렇지 않나? 저런 DDSQ를 붙여도 태그가 달리질 않은 건가? 라고 봐야 될지도 모르겠는데 스타그 GUI 일단 얘는 잘 되거든? 애 태그 이거 이렇게 하는 건 되게 잘 됐어. FP 해시태그 GUI 해시태그 전반적으로 잘 됐는데 왜 여기서만 안 되실까? 이것도 잘 뜨고, 그러니까 P를 잘못 인식한 건 아니야. 이거 어때? 플레이어를 인식 못했다. 이렇게 해서 얘를 변수로 하지 않으면 되지 않는다. 이런 유사한 되게 이상한 짓거리들이 가끔씩 뜨긴 하는데 한번 해보자. 음악 소리가 이렇게 큰 거 같지? 기분까지 40%까지만 때리고 볼륨을 넣어주자. 아, 왜 인식 못하지? 서버 오류도 지금 안 났거든? 이게 제일 이해가 안 되는 게 저 태그가 커맨드엔도 잘 먹혔어요. 아주 잘 먹혔어. 잘 먹힌 케이스가 세팅 스폰 여기 보면 add tag command to p has tag command dsk remove tag 여기에서 여기까지를 잘 갔으면 내 생각엔 되는 거거든. 저거는 add tag고 여기선 또 제거를 하잖아 어차피. p has tag GUI 빠지고 들면 얘를 굳이 이거를 넣을 필요는 없지. 또 빼볼까? 해시태그가 if문에는 안 된다라는 되게 말도 안 되는 그걸 한번 가정을 해보고 어림도 없어. 돌겠네. 미치겠네 이건. 다른 데선 떡하게 하게 되는 게 여기선 안 된다. 떡하게 되는데 여기선 안 된다. 자, 잠깐만 비교를 해보자. 세이브는 분명히 됐어. 왜냐면 inv 변수값이 차이는 걸 여러 번 봤거든. 리턴이 발동을 안 할 뿐이야 지금 상황이. 혹시 틱을 기다리면 안 되나? 이 이벤트에서 얘를 기다리면 말도 안 되는, 이것도 말도 안 되는 생각이 있는데. 사장님 이게 왜 되죠? 진지하게? 진지하게 이게 왜 되지? 어이가 없네 진짜. 진짜 어이가 없네. 이게 왜 되지? 응, 진짜 황당하다 이거. 왜 됐을까? 와, 이거 빼니까 되네 진짜로. 됐어, 고쳤어. 일단 고쳤으니까 넘어가는데 진짜 희한하다 이건. 모르겠어 이게 왜 저렇게 하니까 되는지. 1틱을 기다리면 뭐가 플레이어가 있을 게 없어지나? 아니잖아. 신기하다 진짜로. 내가 저걸 1틱을 넣은 이유가 있을 텐데 뭔가 버그를 걸려서 넣은 게 아닐까? 근데 또 아닐 수도 있어. 근데 당시에는 버그였는데 지금은 아닌 버그일 수도 있고. 일단 넘어갑시다잉. 넘어가는 게 답이다. 그래야지 빠르게 다른 일을 처리해 나가지. 해결. 아주 다행이다 해결. 좀 막막한 버그였어. 당연히 돼야 될 게 또 안 되니까. 근데 역시 당연히 돼야 될 거가 맞긴 맞았네. 굳이 이건 핫픽스를 해야 되냐? 핫픽스 대상이긴 한데 우선순위가 맥스였어. 아이템이 사라지거든. 우선순위는 맥스였는데 굳이 고칠 필요는 없었어. 저거 사실 따지고 보면. 그러니까 급하게 업데이트 시킬 필요는 없어. 저 버그의 존재를 아는 사람들은 이미 굉장히 조심해서 뽑기를 하고 있으니까. 자, 여기서는 약간 우선순위를 이제 잡아야 되는데 일단 배조합법 너프. 얘가 제 생각에 일단 삽 우선순위에 들어가는 친구고. 네더벨 사용처 추가. 얘는 너무 어려워서 좀 아래 내려야 돼. 요거 쉽거든요. 쉽고 굉장히 짜증나는 메시지들을 좀 더 보기 좋게 해줍니다. 요거는 굉장히 중요해. 하지만 난이도는 좀 어려워. 소탕권 좋아, 뽑기 좋아. 얘는 이거보다 중요해. 훨씬 중요해. 얘는 2순위 넣어주고 낚시 인챈트 제거. 중요하진 않은데 쉬워. 매우 쉬워. 피좀 원래 나타나는 문제. 아마도 해결이라고 해놨으면 빼. 여기 왜 있니? 돌아왔어. 지역 블록을 활용 뽑기 추가. 챔피언 피좀 AI 문제. 요건 좀 급하지 얘도. 얘는 어그로 범위보다는 일찍 해야지. 얘는 내 생각에 마지막. 얘보다 얘가 더 빡세. 됐다? 오케이. 배조합 높은. 그때 배 조합을 어떻게 하면 될지 누가 제아가 알려줬었는데 큰 문제가 있어요. 인벤토리에 넣어놨는데 지금 좀 없어졌을 거야. 없어졌죠? 아이씨. 내가 만들어야지 뭐. 할 수 있나. 그때 근데 얼추 기억을 좀 해보면 요런 방식이었던 것 같은데 왜 나무가 이렇게 생겼지? 위아래가 이렇게 좀 어쩔 수 없지. 일단 나무 캐면 이거 나오는 거 맞아 근데? 망스러운데? 아니잖아 이거 나오잖아. 왜 쟤는 이렇게 돼 있어? 뭐 글로그라고 부르는구나. 몰랐습니다. 여기 어떻게 됐었지? 이게 사이에 뭐가 들어갔는데? 아 이거 진짜 기억이 안 난다. 뭐가 들어갔었지? 막대기를 이렇게 꼈었나 이렇게? 여기에다가 뭔가 깃발처럼 양털인가? 극혐이다 그런 조합법이. 근데 쉽지 않은 조합법인데 뭔가를 넣었는데 기억이 안 나. 진짜 전혀 안 난다 이건. 이 방식의 일단 가장 큰 문제는 아니지. 이제 이거를 6개인가를 만들어야 돼. 그럴 수 있지. 하자. 쉽지는 쉽지? 어렵지 않지. 이건 금방 해. 금방이가 금방 끝내자. 이렇게도 재시켜주고 이렇게도 재시켜주고 클로그를 로그가 들어갔나? 들어간지 모르겠네. Hey, SA. It is nice to see someone around. How are you today? Actually, I think I asked this question a couple hours ago, so. 색깔 좀 이상한 것 같기도 한데. 이거 말고 뭔가 딴 게 들어가지 않았나? I really want to work more on the server, but you know, it's just crazily busy these days. It's difficult to find time, and it saddens me that I'm making slower progress than I used to. I wish I could spend more time. You know, a job's a job. You gotta do what you gotta do, you know, to earn a living. Other than that, I am splendid. Absolutely content with my life, and today was a fun day. I got to attend a conference related to the development framework I use, and it was obviously an online conference, but it was fun. I learned a lot, and I was very hyped by what the developers were creating. Yeah, it was fun. Your work, was it not too hard? To be honest, my work these days are always hard. I'm past the stage where everything is fine and dandy. It has started to become very difficult, and because the code base I'm working on is getting larger and larger, and now it's really hard to add stuff, and now I need to sort of refactor my entire code base. I feel the need to do it, but you know, you have to push out features at the same time, and it makes it really difficult to find time to actually do any kind of refactoring. But yeah, it is fun though. I really enjoy difficult tasks, and it is enjoyable despite it being very hard. But because it's so hard, I miss a lot of time working on the server, on this Minecraft server, and that is not enjoyable. Not having enough time to work on my server, basically. Yeah. But then again, yeah, like I said, it is what it is, and I will, I don't know, get used to it, I suppose. No worries whatsoever. Dark oak with dark oak block. Yeah, that sounds about right. So we have the oak boat and the dark oak boat. Now we need the acacia boat. We have the acacia planks. Now we need the acacia planks on the bottom as well. Oh, we missed the dark oak planks there as well. Now we need the acacia logs here as well. Make the same shape as the boat that I have newly created. The spruce boat also needs some changes. Planks at the bottom and a new type of log for the middle part of the boat. The birch boat, the whitey one, is also going to have a few changes. Namely, making the crafting recipe much more difficult. Well, not much more, but significantly difficult than what it already is, which is 5 bloody planks. Too easy. Way too OP of an item to be kept untouched. Lovely. I think I've pretty much done that. And now let's put our restrict boat recipe set into the server. Let's see those recipes restricted. So, let's see if we can add on the recipes. Get recipe. All recipe get. Okay, I don't remember what the command was at all. Is recipe. Today was a boring day. I did nothing special. That, I believe, essay is not true. I think even if you're in like prison where you really don't get to do anything, I think every day, well, every day might not be special, but I think every day is not boring in its own special way. I think it's all about how you define boring. If for your day not to be boring is, you know, you have to win the lottery, you have to do some kind of amazing accomplishment, then yeah, you've defined your life as boring, because that's not, you've defined the majority of your life as boring. I think it's all about the mindset, to be honest, and you can easily make the majority of your life not boring if you look at it in a new light, I think. For instance, I say, did you go outside today? I'll ask you the simple question. Did you go outside at least once today? It's gonna be generic command. Can't find it. There we go. Damn it. Whoops. Cute. There you go. It was a classic day. I just went to the hider and tidy my bedroom. Hider? Hider. What on earth is that? Is it French? Is Hider? Is it? I don't think it's a film. You went to the Hider. Hider location. Hider place. Sorry, I have no idea what that is, but you went to the Hider and you tidied your bedroom. Well, you can't have just tidied your bedroom, okay, is it? Yeah, I suppose it's probably French. French Hider. Okay, maybe not. I have no idea. Oak. Planks and logs, and we need the stick. And also, we need the iron nuggets. But yeah. Oh, it's not French. I see. Okay. Well, what were you trying to say? That has made me very curious. Oh shoot, it's not working. Okay, not good. Oak log. I'm pretty sure I added it properly, didn't I? Oh, it's in... Well, still it should work though. Restrict mode. Ah. Actually. World. Yeah, this should be the other way around. My bad. My bad. Oh, I see. Interesting. So yeah, a barber is yeah, basically where you get your haircuts. Very, very true. But yeah. So you went to the barber. How often do you go to the barber? Like, how often do you go there so that, to the point that going to the barber is a classic day? I think going to the barber is a special day, in some sense. I don't go there too frequently. I don't know. It might be different in other cultures or different countries or people, for that matter. But yeah, I think I go to the barber once, at least, I think 2 months. These days, I'm trying to grow my hair. So... Oh no, essay, that is totally understandable. You already told me that you're practicing, and I respect that. I respect that as someone speaking French, you are trying very hard to learn English. Right, I think, yeah, it's cool. I am very happy to help. If, you know, it does, by the way. God damn it, why isn't it working? Am I looking at the wrong files? I don't think so. Yeah, definitely not. This is the right file. World. Oak log. This is the oak log, right? So the oak log is in the middle. We've got the sticks, we've got the iron nuggets. We need another oak log at the top. Shit. My My bad. It was just to cut my fringe. She took only 2 minutes for that and it was free. Oh, nice. No, it's interesting to hear that. Actually, that's cutting, you know, the fringe slightly for women is, or women or men, like, is usually free. But yeah. How long do you how long do you keep your hair? I'm kind of curious. Like, what length do you consider, or do you try to keep it at the moment? There we go. Lovely. Yeah, that works. I don't understand. Oh, so what I meant was, how long is your hair? How long do you try, are you, how long is your hair at the moment? Or are you trying to, you know, grow your hair to a certain length? I think I've done my recipe creation for the boat. Let's go to the next thing on the list. One thing I haven't checked though is whether this works. Shit, it does. My bad. I think it was remove, was it? My hair's up to my shoulders and my bangs are at the level of the eyebrows. That is very, very informative. Cool. I don't think I've ever had my hair any longer than, like, I don't know, longer than my middle finger. I think my hair has always been shorter than that. And right now I'm actually thinking about getting my hair at least up to, like, the bottom of my neck. Just kind of the shoulders as well, but, you know, not that long. And yeah, I'm thinking about actually, yeah, getting my hair a bit more longer. Well, mostly because my job is remote and no one really cares how I look. I don't think if I get a proper job, well, I do have a proper job, but a job where I have to go somewhere physically, then it's probably not really going to work out. So I'm thinking about, you know, giving it a shot, you know, having long hair. But to be honest, I don't think most companies would care either. But yeah, still, I want to give it a shot. I've never had long hair in my life, and I thought, why not, you know? Oh yeah, I obviously think it's normal for you, SA. But for me, I mean, you know, not to sound too close-minded, so to say, but it's not that common to see a guy with a certain amount of hair, a length of hair. So yeah, I'd like to try it out. Very much would like to try it out. You know how if you when you take a shower and you you kind of put all your hair forward, and then you just quickly like lift your head up, and your hair goes like in this big fan shape, spraying water everywhere. I want hair that can do that. Spray water everywhere just by flicking your chin up. 변경된 하이웨이 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Number 10, we have a new category in our list of recipes. So we add recipe 10. And it is beautifully done. But I think we should call this any boat, to be honest, but I don't care. After I say that, but I usually have curly hair and my mother gave me a broaching. A broaching? I think I know what brooches are, but I'm just going to check just in case I've made a mistake in my mind. Whoops, not this one. I don't expect anyone to give that to anyone. Brooch. Is it a brooch? Brooch hair. Brooch hair. Oh, is it a brooch? I think it might be a brooch. Then again, I don't know. The thing is, I lived in Britain when I was really young, from 2 to about 10 or 11. And as a result, small kids generally don't really talk with the other sex. As a result, my vocabulary is quite limited to boy talk. I'm afraid. But yeah. So yeah, I'm afraid I don't really know those kind of words, and also I don't think you use those kind of words in daily conversation with co-workers. So there's this big gap in my vocabulary in certain subjects that I should really know, to be honest, but apparently I don't. It slipped my mind, or I've never had the opportunity to hear or use the expression before in my life. But yeah, it happened. I don't know, it's sad. Okay, so I've ticked off creating the new recipe for boats in Minecraft. Now I am carrying on to a new type of item that you can create inside the server. So I've already kind of created a new item that players can use basically to delete mobs out of the server. No, it's with a hairdryer and a brush. You brush and pass the hairdryer. Oh, I see. So it's kind of applying heat to your hair to make sure your hair gets into a certain space, a certain shape. You know, guys do that as well, by the way. Um, you kind of flatten your hair using that technique by sort of curling your hair a bit forward, and then you know you blow dry very close, apply heat to the hair, and you can kind of style it. I used to do that, not anymore. Oh, it's brushing. Yeah, kind of. I think so. So your mother used to give brush your hair for you. I see. Congratulations, your vocabulary has increased, SA. Congratulations a lot. Every little bit helps. But yeah. So to rephrase it, after you usually have curly hair, but your mother brushed your hair. So I suppose that means your mother tried to uncurl your hair by brushing it. So your hair isn't as curly as it used to be, I'd imagine. Was that what you were trying to say? Yeah. Yeah, the internet does tend to help. So, this item I am trying to create basically gets rid of mobs in a certain radius. And I'm trying to think of items that you end up in your inventory, but you don't really have places to use. I'm going to use those items inside this recipe. Internet is your best friend. I'd say that isn't an overstatement. That is the case of a lot of people these days. But at the same time, I think it's a sad reality that people... Okay, sorry, I'm not going to be a killjoy. But yeah. Yeah, I think that's the case of a lot of people. It's my best friend as well, to be honest. It tells me everything. It teaches me everything. It lets me work. It earns me money. It is not just my best friend, it is my life. It lets me run Minecraft servers, and I think that's good enough for me. Actually, players do have lots of name tags from fishing that they can't use. I must have forgot about that. And a way to use name tags, and I'm going to clear this up. H. The second line is literally never used now, so let's just get rid of it entirely. Yeah, let's get rid of it. And yes, before I update the next time, I'm going to make sure that I change set home. Yep, internet is amazing, I think. I mean, seriously, it's... If you really think about it, and you don't understand networking at all, then internet is just so magical in some sense. I mean, even though I think I kind of understand a bit of how it works, it still feels like magic. How, you know, just so much stuff is on it, and you know how it can all be it just works basically. It's fun to think about. It's a fun thing to daydream about basically, and how the internet might be just continuously functioning. Quite amazing, I'd say. So, my current menu has a couple of commands that will never be used, so I'm going to get rid of those commands entirely for the time being, and also get rid of the info book which explains what is going on. 2 and 3. Afterworld commands. Not anymore. Both of them are going to be afterworld commands. Oh, in more I coughed too much today. You coughed. That is a very red alert essay, especially in these what do you call it, pandemic times. You sure you're right? I very much hope that it is not anything serious, and I also hope you are already vaccinated. Oh, but I think I remember that you told me you caught the cold already, from playing, whether it was playing Minecraft with your niece and nephew, or whether just by talking to them. I'm not really sure. But hopefully the symptoms are better. It's just, I don't know, a bit of coughing that was just left over for some reason. I hope your throat is not too sore. These two up there. To get rid of that entirely, we already have done that. So let's push these two down to begin with. Actually, we don't need to push it down, we just get rid of this and just push this entire thing up. So this all becomes 2 instead. And now we have a bit more space to shove up a few more commands. Oh shit. Right, okay. Because I've done that, we need to make these go slightly up as well to yeah, lovely. Just see something there. There you go. Slightly pushed up. And now I think we can put a few more commands up here now. Yes, but I was before my niece and my nephews came. I had the cold. Oh, so what? That's weird. Oh, so I thought last time you told me you had a cold, I thought it was your niece and your nephews that gave you the cold. But it turns out maybe it was you who gave it to them. I thought the direction that the cold spread was the other way around. In which case, you should have been careful, SA. Shame on you, spreading colds to your nieces and nephews. But then again, you know, like, I think I said this last time as well, but you have increased their immunity and they might thank you for the rest of their lives for being more immune to the cold now. They should actually. I think you have to catch as many small diseases that aren't fatal as much as possible when you're young, when, you know, your immune system and everything is just super powerful. It's really difficult to get ill and stuff. Of course not too young, but, you know, around 6 to like 18 or whatever, and become generally more healthy while growing up, for the rest of your life. It's worth it, I'd say. And I completely forgot what I was doing. What was I doing? God damn it. Oh yeah, I was adding a new type of... Yeah. You was at school and you had the cold. You know, if that's the case, wouldn't wouldn't you get quarantined just in case you had COVID? Because that's interesting, because I think in Korea, if you have any kind of symptoms, even remotely similar to COVID, you're just instantly quarantined for like 14 days. And you have to take the PCR test before the quarantine and after quarantine. It's a pain in the ass. But, you know, I think the reason why Korea has such low COVID levels as well. They are very, very careful in making sure you don't spread it to other people. 뽑기. God damn it, I have no idea what I'm doing, to be honest. Yes, I remember now. I was creating a new command for this. What is wrong with me? I can't concentrate. Yeah, so we're going to create a quick command so that people can use the name tags, because currently this server has banned anvils entirely, and because of that they can't use their name tags. So I always thought, okay, I'll quickly make a command where you can just name your name tag and use it for whichever thing you want to name. Let's go for that. User commands, new command for name tag. Set name tag. If players tool is not name tag and there Oh, in French is when we are sure someone has the COVID or had contact with someone. So, oh, in France, I see. So it only happens when... But how can you be sure? The thing is, I think they're... I'm not, completely up to date with how correct the COVID tests are these days, how accurate they are. But I think they still had a lot of false positives and false negatives. So, as far as I know, I think it was still kind of unsafe to let someone who had a negative test opt into, back to society. But maybe that was not the case, and I don't know. Maybe in Europe they trusted their tests more than they do in Korea. Apparently it looks like it. Cool. And I am glad to hear you are vaccinated. Lovely. That worked like a charm, but I'm not sure whether it actually does work, so let's give it a shot. Nothing in my hand, actually. A piece of paper, and of course doesn't work. Now if I put a name tag in my hand to test, it changes into test. Lovely. Can we put in colors? Of course not. Whatever. It's fine. Okay, let's add that to our list of commands. It's such a stupid command that you don't really need, to be honest. Just a random command, I think. I don't know, it shouldn't be here. This is meant to be like the vital mechanics of the server. That such a trivial command really feels kind of, should I really put it in? Let's just add it to the guide instead. Makes more sense, in my opinion. Let's add it to... Put a new page over here. Are you serious? Why doesn't it sometimes? Whatever. Random information. Get a book for this one, obviously. It's raining. I can hear it. Cool. So, this is a random fact. I live in this two-story house, and it has like an open roof. So not really a roof. There's this space on top of the house. And my dad, who absolutely loves camping, he's created a bloody tent on it. He's put this massive tent on the roof, on top of the roof, and whenever it rains, he goes to the tent to sleep because he loves listening to the sound of the rain pitter-pattering on the tent. I think it's ridiculous, and so does everyone else in the family. My mum, me, you know, everyone. And but yeah, it's a random fact. Wait a second, I'm preparing tea and I disturb my parents with a sound. Okay, gotcha, sure. 이름표를 사용하면 How to use a bloody name tag. That's too much space. Lovely. Preparing tea, though. Not sure whether you're listening or not, but I don't think I've had tea in quite a while, to be honest. I have coffee these days. I used to be more British. I'm an abomination. And I only drink coffee for its the caffeine. 100%. I think I drink coffee in less than 7 seconds. An entire cup. I dilute it with milk. It's basically just, you know, it's basically just, it tastes like milk with water. And I just, you know, just chug it down and just go to work. And I very quickly wake up after chugging down extremely diluted coffee by milk. Yeah, that's how I start my day. So let's go to the actual thing I have to update today. The mob deleting scroll, and I have to think about whether I'm going to add this to a kind of, you know, a random. I think adding it is as something as a random lottery, so to say, is the way to go, because, you know, who doesn't like randomness? Loot boxes, basically. Yeah, let's go for a random occurrence. No. I have to think this through, to be honest. Let's just make it, or let's just put the how many you get to be random. So things that, you know, would supposedly kill people, I suppose. I think Eye of Ender is a very good item to use because it's mysterious, sends you to the end. I think the concept kind of feels right. Oh, I drink coffee too. For me, coffee is the morning and the afternoon is tea. Very true. If I drank more liquids, I would probably drink. If I had a craving for warm liquids, I would probably drink tea as well. But the reason would be because drinking caffeine at night, I I used to be fine with it, but as I grew older, basically I can't sleep if I have coffee at night, so I try to avoid it. Here I am, awake at 4:39 a.m. How bloody ironic. Shall we try adding assorted, what do you call it? What's those red mushrooms that only grow in the nether? I can't remember. Oh, I found it, never mind. Nether what's? This? Don't know. Seems too harmless, I think. This is a very, very dangerous item. And obviously I think we're going to need paper for it as well. Why didn't I think of that? Need to add paper. Entire books? No. Bricks. Netherite scraps. Nah, I don't like it. What about an empty map? Empty maps. Nah, let's keep it at something not too hard to make. Just cover it with paper, why not? So, what we're gonna do is we're gonna actually eight of these, and actually let's do it 4, 8 here, and then like 64 paper. That's so weird. Numbers are just like so bloody random. Sorry, my parents were watching a movie on TV. My dad told me I was bothering them with the sound. Totally understandable. You should get earphones. But yeah. I mean, how loud are you putting the stream though? It's not the kind of stream I think the majority of people would just try to focus on and listen to with their speakers blaring, to be honest. It's a bit unnerving, I say. Please keep it quiet. Yeah, I don't think this is that bad, to be honest. Nah, it is bad. It's terrible. It's a bloody terrible way to create anything. It's just, the numbers are just so randomly high. Let's just keep everything at 8. But nether warts are much more easier to get than the poisonous potato. So it's, I don't know. Okay, let's put the poisonous potato to one side. Just 16 nether warts. And let's put something completely different on both sides here. Oh no, for crying out loud. I have no idea what I'm doing. What about we put in an enchanted book? Nah, let's not do that. Enchantment table? No, that is so random. What about obsidian? Crying obsidian. Actually, this is one of the most randomest items that you can actually get, but you have nowhere to use it. And it feels very right, this kind of... You're trying to create something that destroys existence itself. Why not? Let's actually change how this looks like. This? That is so random as well. Paper. I mean, it almost feels like I should put the paper in the middle instead, maybe. Let's put paper in the middle, get another one of this, 2 of these, and I don't know. It's really difficult. I watched it live on my mobile, so I took it with me, and as I didn't understand with their film, it edited the sound. So you didn't know that they were watching a film, and therefore you reduced the sound, I think. It's interesting how, even though it sounds a bit off, I completely understand what you're saying. And I like how, in some way, it is a correct use of every single word in there. Yeah. Please don't play this too loud. It's embarrassing. Please don't embarrass me too much. What other random item should I put inside this? I think, actually, this is enough. This is, I think, complicated enough. Let's get something a bit more... Something that is a bit more... Something you have, but you don't really use it for anything else. Room lights, that is a very good choice, I think. Maybe soul lanterns. So random. The stuff you don't really use as well. Wow, that is the most random array of items I've ever seen. Oh, don't be sorry. I say I'm just what do you call it? I'm just teasing you. It is fine. You can let the world know my voice and the fact that I'm creating Minecraft servers and talking completely random subjects with random strangers. Give me just a sec. I'm gonna go get myself something to drink. Be back in about 2 minutes. Faster than expected. Don't know why I decided to call that 2 minutes. But yeah, I think this array of items is not bad. And actually, the thing is, players do have a lot of eye vendors. So let's just use multiple. Might be a bit too much. I don't know. Let's just give a load of this for this new array. Whatever I'm doing. 64 paper does feel a little bit random though. But it gives people incentive to grow sugarcane, which no one is doing. So I think it has its reasons. I mean, it's worth it, to be honest. Let's go. RMC to create our new recipe. Not intended, but that rhymed. Quite naturally. Here we go. That is... Just look at that. Actually, it's the wrong recipe, my bad. Here we go. That's the right one. We pick that recipe up and we chuck it inside the recipes book for the world, and it's going to go inside random because we're going to get a random amount of this item pretty much every single time. So we're going to call this 115 because that's what we're trying to. That's the item you get randomly, and we're going to push the. No, we're not going to. Yeah, we're going to push the ingredient conditions to the top so that it's not too confusing. Also, what we are going to do is, in order to make it a random recipe, you add multiple different results with the percentage, and there you go, you have a random recipe. Default is going to be, let's say, I think you should give at least, I don't know, 4, and with this amount of ingredients. The next one we're going to get is 8 with a chance of 10%. Let's get the next one to I don't know, 7.5% for 16. Nah, that's too much. Let's go for a 10. The next one is a 5% for 12. And let's go slightly, very, very low, 1% for 24. And the really lucky people, 0.2% for 48. And yeah, that should be about it. And now let's go to the percentages that are the bad ones. I think let's just add one more over here. 20% for 6 instead of 4. Yeah, we have a lot of empty percentages around, to be honest. But let's get the bad percentages. 3 for 15%, and 2 for 10%. 5%. Yeah. So we have, let's see what the percentages are for this one at the moment. And let's copy some of this so that it's easier to recreate this recipe. There you go. And what we're going to do is we're going to rename this so that it's more reflective of what it actually is, which is rename Lovely. Okay. Let's go straight to our over here and go over to the random section and add it into here. So we have 9, 10, 11, number 5. Lovely. So now it's inside here, and oh shit, that's bad. I realize that this is a bug because the law is not added properly. I've only just noticed that. I think that's a bug in my recipe script. Crap. I'm gonna have to fix that. We have show recipe over here. What are you doing now? I am. So, funnily enough, you and I have been talking about mostly just random things about our lives, and pretty much none about the stream, ironically enough. But what I'm creating, I think I did explain this to you once though, but for some reason we never returned to the subject. What I am creating is a server that is just difficult, because I think Minecraft, the game itself, is very easy, and I'm trying to create a challenging experience for the general audience, anyone who is, confident that Minecraft, is easy and, you barely ever die. And it is for the general audience, but at the same time, I'm trying to target a group of streamers in Korea. They have quite a lot of subs on Twitch. They're quite famous. And I got the chance to make servers for them. And yeah, that's what I'm creating. So the target is for mainstream streamers. They have, I think, one of them has like 100k subscribers on Twitch or whatever. But yeah, really big streamers on Twitch and also on YouTube. The concept is hard Minecraft, basically, very difficult Minecraft. And as a result, I'm creating items and stuff about it. But yeah, that is what the stream is about. It's about creating a difficult experience on Minecraft. That is what this stream is about, and that's what I'm trying to make. So the Korean in the title on my stream is called 스트리머서버 개발, which is basically, it means creating a server for streamers, developing a service for streamers. So yeah, and also I think, yeah, so if you scroll down from the stream, you'll see that I have this little text over there that starts in Korean, and in the middle it turns into English, saying what I'm doing, basically. It's very interesting that, yeah, we have talked quite a lot, I say, and you have never really been interested in what I'm actually doing. So yeah, it's possible, I suppose. Oh, now I know what the issue was. This makes sense. Law of 2. Yeah, this is why things do not work as expected. Has law. It doesn't have law. Why? Weird. There we go. If slot loop value of player is not A, we do this, set the law, choose this. I don't know why they do that. Oh. Huh. No, we don't need to do this, I think. Can't we just copy the value entirely? That's so weird. I don't think I need this bit of code here at all, I think. But I'm just going to try this out and see if it fixes the current issue. I don't think this is needed at all. Let's get rid of it. If it makes any difference. So the reason why I'm kind of confused with what's going on here is because this code is the script. I didn't write this at all. It was written by a friend, a guy that helped around with script about 4 years ago. More than, I think 5 years ago to be a bit more accurate. Yeah, there was this guy that helped me about 5 years ago, and yeah, so I have no idea what's going on. Relatively. Okay, let's try this out. So we go straight into our recipe book and we click these around. So 8 goes here. We put, I think it was 2 over here. We put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Got it immediately. Yes, 8. There's 4 of those. Okay. I think the cried, we had like a lot of crying obsidian. Like this? I have no idea. Oh, it's actually correct. What a surprise. 4 pieces of paper, 60 nether warts, and 8 soul lanterns. 8 soul lanterns, 64 pieces of paper, and 60 nether warts. Today, I watched a video of Squeezy. At one point he showed a streamer who was struggling so much that he cried when he got his first viewer. Wow. I mean, really? It takes that long to get the first viewer? Because I thought like the Twitch algorithm kind of, you know, let people into your stream when it's the first time you're streaming. Because I remember the first time I streamed as well, and it was just such a shit stream. There was no reason why anyone would watch it. It was terrible. I was terrible, obviously. It's my first time streaming. Like, it would be weird if I was really good at it. And even though that it was absolutely terrible, I still got, I think, like at least 20 people come in and out. Obviously no one stayed, but yeah, they still had views. Maybe that happened when, you know, Twitch algorithm didn't really help new streamers at the time. But yeah, interesting. And oh, so the person who cried wasn't Squeezy, but it was Squeezy showing a streamer that cried. I see. But if that was the case, I suppose it was very emotional. Very, very emotional. Oh yeah, I forgot. I can actually pick the items out of here. So let's try replacing it, and hopefully... Oh crap, it's changed. Sorry for my language. The law has switched around. There you go, that's the right one. So let's try and re-add this and see if it changes anything. So the 5th one and 9, 10, 11. Please, 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 please. I just realized the reason why it didn't change is because the code has not changed. I am a bloody idiot. What am I doing? Are you serious? On one place that I had to change, I didn't change. Bloody hell. What is wrong with me? Ah. Okay, I have no idea why this does this, but let's get rid of that entirely as well. Yeah. Yes, if I remember, the guy is a physician, so he talk about that in their stream. Ah, so I think I've seen some YouTube videos on some doctors that talk about, you know, certain famous people and mental breakdowns that they have. Not a lot of people are interesting by physics in more physics. Are you trying to say physics? I'm not entirely sure. I'm kind of torn between whether they're trying to say psychic, which is, you know, someone who kind of does superhuman abilities, like moving stuff without touching them. In more if it's on Twitch, lol. You know, I say most of the times I do catch on what you're trying to say, but this time you've kind of lost me. So I think you're trying to say not a lot of people are interesting on the subject called psychic or physics, but they're a bit more interesting if it's on Twitch. And even if that is the case, I don't really understand why. Sorry. I wish I could understand a bit more easily. It's my bad. I turn out to be shit at understanding people. And I admit that. I am... Yeah, I've caught me red-handed. God, I feel so dumb. I'm just looking at this all the time to bloody get the same shape. So annoying. Okay. Streamlight, potato, soul lantern. The rest, I think I can just visualize in my mind. This is what happened when you mindlessly code for like 7 years. You forget how to do basic tasks. really start thinking more. I think the paper was in the middle. There you go. Yeah. Starting to get the hang of my own recipe. Thank God. 888 4 64 4 8 16 8. Like, people prefer to watch video games or things like that. Oh, I think I understand what you're trying to say now. Makes sense. Yeah. Same here, to be honest. Though, I'm not proud of it, but obviously it would be more beneficial for me to watch stuff that is actually useful in your life. But sometimes you just want to let it go and just want to chill. Just watching someone getting pissed off at a very hard game. Ironically enough, is what I'm actually doing. I'm creating that myself. But anyway, yes, I think I would say science. It's just in French we say physique. Oh, actually, I remember that. I remember that in French you say physics as physique. I don't really remember where I heard that, but I remember that it was very similar, but they just pronounced it differently. Yeah. I think it was a transparent word. Transparent word. I'm trying to imagine what you're trying to say by that. I don't think it's an expression used usually. Transparent word. Is it like a word with a silent letter? Like some letters are just not pronounced. Maybe, I don't know, to be honest. But yeah. So yeah, one sciencey channel in YouTube that I really enjoy, Vsauce. You know, they're so famous anyway. So, and also I really enjoyed Numberphile, which is a very maths-oriented channel, and also stand-up maths. So good, so good. He's a bloody genius. The guy. Don't remember his name, I'm afraid, but the way he's just made mathematics so fun to listen to. He's a genius. I respect him so much. It's amazing to, you know, you can just see the amount of effort he's put into his YouTube videos to make it as easy to understand as possible, and also, you know, licking the surface of relatively deep subjects that are difficult to understand. It's quite something. I have an utmost respect for that channel. 5 and 11. God damn it. Sorry. How many times do I have to bloody create this recipe? But yeah, we have an issue, I think, definitely. So, the issue I'm trying to fix is the law isn't being recorded properly, and I don't know why at all. Why is the law in a single line? It's so annoying. It's just bloody off the screen. Like, yeah, this isn't. This is not how you're supposed to display law, you bloody stupid script. For example, for the word difficulty, we say difficulté, I think. Interesting. So when a word in English is similar to a French word, I see. So you call them transparent words. Yeah, I think it's somewhat similar to how there's a lot of words in Korea that is very similar to Japanese, or they've actually just taken some Japanese words out of it. And it's not because, you know, they have similar roots or anything. It's because in the early 1900s to mid 1900s, Japan invaded Korea. If you know, you remember your history of Korea, that happened, and as a result, the Japanese tried to destroy Korean culture entirely, including the language. So a lot of Koreans they weren't allowed to use Korean. So a lot of Japanese words ended up being blended into the Korean language because the older generation forgot about certain Korean words and ended up using the Japanese equivalents instead. So yeah, there's a lot of similar words as well in Korea with Japan. So sometimes I would hear, for instance, something that you hear a lot in, let's say, anime. Sekai, I think it means the world, like the universe, and in Korean, sekai is sege. If I say it like that, it doesn't sound that similar, but they feel very similar, personally. But yeah, I'd say those are also transparent words in Korea with Japanese, but with a very dark reason. Not too happy of how that came about, obviously. I want to understand what's going on here. Honestly, it's a nightmare. I have no idea what I'm doing. Okay. Oh really, that's why when I listen to K-pop sometimes I think, wow, this word look like Japanese. Exactly. There are quite a few words that sound very similar. And actually are, pretty much the same thing, just pronounced in Korean. Yeah, there are certain words that are like that. Not a lot though. It's not that they have the same roots, so. And actually the same applies to Chinese. A lot of Korean words are word derived, created, sort of say, pronounced the same way as Chinese letters. So you actually see a lot of similar ones, a lot of similar Chinese nouns and stuff that sound, pretty much the same in Korean. Because before Korea had their own language, they were using, they were using Chinese letters. So, you ended up having quite a lot of similar words. But yeah, they were countries that they are, and they were countries that influenced each other a lot, apparently. And I have no idea what I'm doing. God damn it, I want to fix this so bad. It is very stressful. Okay, let's try this. We're gonna try a completely new type of... Nope. What we're gonna do... Set the law or... So weird. So... Midnight, June. Delete. Go to this. Log 2 is not. I have no idea what I'm doing. Oh yeah, I read that in a book. You see that in a book. Cool. Yeah, I would imagine there are books on the subject. It being history and all. Fact is, I don't think I've read anything other than you know, like documentation related to code, like proper novels or anything for ages. I really should do some reading, despite the fact that I read all day long while coding. Yeah, some proper reading. Yeah, I haven't done it in ages. I'm a bit ashamed to admit that, to be honest. I should definitely read. Bloody hell, I have no idea why this has an issue. It is very frustrating. What about... try this. God damn it. What? So, not so weird. Okay. 3 triggers and 8 commands. Okay. Hopefully this will work. No, it was a book to learn Korean. In the part of Hangul this was specified. Ah, really? Glad to hear that you don't read as much. You don't read like I do. It would have been more embarrassing. But wow, it's so you're trying to learn Korean and English at the same time. That is quite something. I've only ever spoken English and Korean. I did try to learn a bit of German before. Never got anywhere. But the fact that you're trying to pretty much learn 2 languages at the same time, wow, that is quite, I'd say, courageous to even attempt that. I imagine, you know, you get the punctuation wrong and like you'd get confused with the grammar and stuff. I think that would be a nightmare. I mean, I get confused with English and Korean sometimes as well, so... I think it's very brave of you to even attempt that feat. And here I am trying to create the same bloody thing. Okay, I'm just gonna do this for the time being because I'm trying to make this thing bloody work. 5, 11. It bloody worked. Finally. Okay, brilliant. Found the way to fix it. Okay. I finally bloody fixed this annoying occurrence. No, I'm quickly unmotivated. I know a little, you know how to read a little Hangul, but I always search the letters. Oh, I see. Understandable. But then again, I think, you know, compared to some language like Chinese, Korean has so, has, you know, not that many letters. I think this sounds like I'm trying to say you should work harder. Sorry if it came out like that. How can you not memorize the entirety of Hangul? You know, it's not like it's just Chinese. Like, I'm not trying to sound like that. Oh god. But yeah, I would be quickly unmotivated as well. I can totally relate to that. I've never tried to learn a language without being, you know, completely bilingual, as I am with English at the moment. So I don't even know how it feels like to learn an extra language, to be honest. I think I used to be a bit more motivated to try out stuff. Now, I think I'm become way more content with just how my life is. Less adventurous, so to say. I envy you. For example, for Kyok and Neon, it's difficult to differentiate. No offense, but I had to pause because it comes so naturally to me. It's like trying to differentiate between B and P. You know what I mean? Like, they do look... They're kind of like the same version of itself, inverted, upside down. Well, not upside down, but flipped on a diagonal line. And that's the same thing with Kyog and Neon. But then again, if it's the first time you're learning a language, I completely agree. It can be difficult. It can be very difficult. Learning a bloody new language is quite something. It's amazing. It's about learning the culture, and you know, it really widens your viewpoint. Yeah, and I think it's definitely something you should do as much as possible while your brain hasn't turned into a rock like mine has, to the point that you can't learn anything new. Oh, god damn it. 164. Law to law all. It's complete. There you go. Okay, finally I will be able to add this recipe once and for all, and just be bloody done with it. I've fixed the bloody bug. Finally, and we will go on to new matters. New issues that are currently inherent inside this bloody server. And yeah, this... I'm on the verge of kind of regretting creating this recipe because it just looks so complicated. I mean, if I was playing this, I'd like, fuck that, I'm not making that. Purely because it's just such a mess of items. It's like a bloody witch's cauldron at this point. But whatever. It gives you an amazingly powerful item, so if you want to get it, you're going to create it. Okay, let's try it out. First time I'm trying it out, finally. And I seriously doubt I'll be able to remember the exact ingredients at this point. But, thankfully enough, I don't need to remember the amounts this time. I'm just going to chuck in the maximum amounts each time, in hopes that I can do the same thing over and over again, multiple times. We don't have paper, do we? Oh, god damn it. I hate myself so much right now. You know, I'm just gonna use the console to give it to myself. Does this work? Oh, god bless the console. We need one more item, I just don't know what it is. So, this is so embarrassing. I've been doing this so many times. What the hell went here? Oh, come on, please. I don't want to... Which item went in there? My god. Come on, remember. I don't remember. What went in there? Something went in there. Something went in there. Oh, for the fucking netherworks. Bloody hell. Sorry about that. But yeah, I'm just so pissed off at how my memory has become a bloody goldfish at this point. In Moran secondary school, I did a little Spanish. Cool. Hola. I remember that, and I also remember learning how to ask for the receipt. I forgot it all. And same here. I forgot it all when I returned to Korea. I only know how to say hello and pencil. Pencil? Interesting. That you learnt how to say pencil, but maybe I don't know. When you learn a language, isn't it usually you learn like hello and the swear words, and then you learn how to order food. But pencil sounds a bit misplaced for some reason. Here we go. You will get a random item. 36.3% 4 paper, 5% 2 paper, 15% 3 paper. That sounds really good odds. 8 paper. That is a very good odds, I'd say. You can actually use this. You do it again. 4 paper. That's the 36% one. 4 paper. Again, the 36% one. 6 paper. And we are missing netherwarts. Whatever, okay. That's enough. I think the randomness is random enough. And let's just do a slight tweak so that the user, it makes a broadcast if you've, been extremely lucky. 소탕권 뽑기. 및 소탕권 10개. 단 8개를 뽑았습니다. Also with the 1%, I think it's in the range of being extremely lucky, so let's give it as well. 5%? Not lucky enough, mate. Okay. Get on with it. Yes, because pencil is lapis, and for a French it's funny because the word looks like a little embarrassing French word. The teacher said it, we laughed. Ah. So, when I was in high school, I learned a bit of Chinese as well. I think I know exactly what you mean. When you're learning a new language and some phrase or word sounds like a swear word, and sounds something very familiar in Korea, it's in your mind. And one thing that a lot of Koreans laugh at is in Chinese is nishi falama. It's a relatively powerful swear word in Korean, but it means have you had your meal? Have you had lunch yet, or something like that? It's a relatively frequently used Chinese sentence, and asking whether you've eaten something. Ni shi fa lama, but in Korean, it's just this. It's a very strong language, so to say. But yeah, I think that's exactly why you remember pencil, and I remember nishi fa lama. Cool. Yeah, it's kind of obvious if you think about it that other languages have this as well, but for some reason, yeah, I never thought about that. Hilarious, absolutely hilarious. Okay, lovely. So we have finished off another thing off our list, and we've added it to the recipe list, so it is officially off. Let's go to the next one, shall we? The next one is a very, repetitive one, because it's just a shit ton of, just a load of mobs that don't have the proper death messages. So it's just copying pasting, kill messages to be exact. We just add this to everyone and we're done. The kill message saying which mob killed who at which position, so that, people know where they died. But yeah, it's just doing this over and over again. Not much to see here. But yeah, the funny thing is, I'm pretty certain I used to have this for every single mob. As you can see over here, some mobs already have it, and also it has the wrong one, by the way. Yeah, some mobs already have it, and some don't for some reason, and it's a bit weird. Did I not do the hoggling properly? I didn't do the hoggling properly, interesting. Why didn't I do the hoggling properly? That is very weird. I don't know, whatever, let's keep it like that. The Vindicator, the zombified piglin, which was more well known as the pig zombie. The witch does not have a kill message. Let's put it up for it. Let's put it up there. Same with the wither skeleton and our... Oh, the crawler has it. Skip that one right away. Our most lovely stray. Actually, I think I'm going to move this up a bit. There you go. The squid actually can kill people. It shoots a bit of black stuff in your face and it does damage, but I think it's a bit embarrassing. I'm not going to let people know you died by a squid. It's, yeah, very crippling for a person's ego, I'd say, if you get killed by a squid. And our little skeleton, other end skeleton, the husk, the zombie villager, which spawns a lot of other zombies when it gets hit. Ravager, which will pulverize you to the ground if you try to mess with them on a raid. And also evokers on top of them for some reason sometimes, making them very abominable and dangerous little effers. So I think that's pretty much it, to be honest. There's not really much to do. It's just checking whether all the kill messages were all there. I think all my special mobs, my field bosses, all have their respective kill messages, so that should be fine, I think. Yep, it's completely fine. Let's go for it. So we fixed that one. Obviously reload. You put the nail on to get the hammer on the nail. Let's push it into our patch list. Lovely. So this one is a bit of a big issue. Basically this server doesn't allow any kind of enchants, and because we don't allow enchants, you shouldn't be able to make enchanted stuff basically. But the default MCMMO settings doesn't force you, but it has a lot of treasures from fishing. And one of the treasures, and you know, some variation of the treasures is basically it lets you have enchanted items depending on your level of fishing. So we can't have that, and I think here we go. This is the one. This is the actual file. We're going to get rid of all the enchantments, but I think in the very top tier, I'm just going to allow like the most simple enchantments. Like one of these, like one of all of them. Get rid of silk touch, beauty, fire aspect, knockback. This. Oops, my bad. One of this, one of that, none of that. One of this, maybe. One of that, 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 and one of that. The rest of you are going to have absolutely nothing except for unbreaking. Because I do not want you two guys to have powerful enchantments. I'm breaking my server. Always the best reasoning. Beautiful. And in co-anim English, last day the teacher spoke about it's instead of thing like it's not the word that you think, because in French we have a similar word, but it's a pornographic word. Of course. That happens all the time. That happens all the bloody time. But yeah, I think it's a bit embarrassing that the teacher pointed that out, because it means that the teacher knows and is very conscientious about that fact. I mean, I think you just have to, you know, just pretend you don't know about it and just, I don't know. Actually, maybe it's better to make students not snigger about the subject by just blatantly spitting it out. I don't know what's the best way to teach a class in that scenario, to be honest. Okay, so I think I have successfully changed all of the enchantments so that he only gives you unbreaking or a single level enchantment for the most rarest loot. That is done. And so let's push this up to the done list. The next one is an issue with the AI. An issue with working on this one is the fact that, whoops, I should have deleted it. I don't know whether it's fixed or not without having another person testing it with me, which is bad. So I'm gonna fix it and just say it's probably fixed and just get on with my life. So, and by the way, this is not meant to be called Champion Piglin, it's meant to be called, obviously, Champion Pizzo. There you go. So, the issue was, the fireballs, they kept on shooting the fireballs to even spectators, which is not good. This might be why, because it doesn't have any kind of targeter. I think you should just have like a nearest player or something. Nearest player, and I'm pretty sure this does not include spectators, so it should be fine. Let's just do that to all the fireballs that it shoots. This one should be fine because it's the target. Okay, lovely. That should fix that. That was fast. It took longer to explain what the issue was than actually fixing the issue. What a lovely use of my time. Okay, so this is quite a complicated one. Not complicated, but okay, I should delete it again. There's another. Yeah, not difficult, but I need to think this through. It is 5:38 right now. I have to wake up in 5 or 6 hours max. Whatever. I don't care anymore. My coffee's gonna save me. But yeah. What we're gonna do is we're going to. I think it's quite simple what I'm gonna do, actually. So I thought maybe I should run a script that checks what's going on. But maybe I don't need that at all. I just need to make the checks happen randomly on the mob itself. I'm not entirely sure at what timing you said, oh really? So it's... And I also realized that this makes it really difficult to read the chat on the screen. Whatever. It makes it really bloody difficult. I wonder if I can do something about that. I mean, I think it, yeah, I might be able to actually. Couldn't I like put like a box that is semi-transparent and put it just behind the chat? I think I could actually do that. Let me try. Color source of transparent, translucent background. Oh shit, sorry, give me a sec. It's gonna be back soon, my bad. 40 and 30. What is going on? There we go. So the chat is 300 and 500. We're going to go over to this 300 and 500. Reduce it to absolutely tiny size. I'm sorry if you guys liked the dark theme. That this is a white one and it might have hurt your eyes. Sorry about that. Now, if you put the alpha channel to about, I don't know, 64, we should have a very translucent kind of color. Yeah, that works. I don't know, I don't really have a problem. So I realized that it's really difficult to see the chat because of what's going on inside stream. I wanted to make it so that it's a bit more easy to see the chat, basically. That's all there is. There you go. I'm gonna set the background to be, I think, like, I don't know, half translucent. There you go. Can't you see the chat, the chat a bit more clearer now, even if I do this? Hopefully it helps. I don't think it helps. I don't think it really helps. I don't think it helps. Okay, let's try and make this a bit more darker. What's the number between 2356 and 128? 196. Try this one. I think this one helps, actually. This one helps a lot. Yeah, that helps a lot, definitely. Yeah, looks great. Okay, let's go for this one. Just keep it like this. But anyway, so back to business. What I was trying to do was, yeah, I think it's definitely better than what it used to be. Let's see if the other one's alright as well. So this one is probably not too. This one's fine as well, actually. This one's completely fine, and this one also. This one actually might be the complete opposite. It's a bit too white, I think. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna do the same thing over here as well. I'm gonna add the translucent background and put it down a bit. Chat ready. Up here. There you go. And that's a bit weird. Yeah, nope. I'm gonna add a new one entirely. So sorry about this. Suddenly working on fixing my screen. Translucent background to not make it visible. Thank God, because it's really bloody white, and it would have blinded you guys instantly. 196. There you go. Make it visible this time, and chat itself. This is 325375. 325375. Chat should go on top. Looks a bit weird, to be honest. Whatever. I think we should try and make it look as 128 instead. Not bad. Whatever. Okay, back to work. So, our champion Pizom, this guy, what it's going to do is every single time it spawns, it checks how many of itself it has inside the world. How we're going to do that is we go over to the mythic mobs conditions. No, not the conditions. It is actually the condition, to think about it. The conditions, we have the mobs in world, I think. If it doesn't, I'm just going to create everything customly in the script, but let's try and keep it in mythic mobs as much as possible for readability's sake. Here we go, mobs in world. And it only counts the amount of mobs, so I am screwed. It does not count the mob type. Okay, in this case, yeah, let's go for it. So, we can't count the amount of mobs. Oh, we have the remove near same. We could just go change this entirely. Not change it, we're going to create a new version of this. So, else if scale name is mobs in world, same mob in world limits. We're going to have arguments and the mythic mob itself. We don't need the type. We do need the type. And we have the args to skill args. What we're going to do, we're going to loop every single living entity. Radius can be the args past the number. Get the location of the mob that has just spawned. We don't need the location now, come to think about it, because we don't even need the radius, because we're going to loop every single mob in the entire world. Loop all living entities in world, but we do need the world of the mob. So, you need the location first for the world. Set world to world of location. In world. We're looping every single entity. What we're going to do is set E to loop entity, and E has to be an instance of active mob. If that is the case, then we can get the mob type. So we set the type. No, we don't. We set AN, the active mob of E, to active mob of E. With this, we can now get the type. Set E type to type of mob type. Of ANE. What we're going to check is if E type is the same as type. In that case, we can increase the count of set count to 0. Add 1 to count. You can start off as 1 because this is the newly spawned one. And inside the args, we're not going to have the radius, we're going to have the limit. Limit of how many mobs are allowed. Of the same mobs are allowed. It's going to be defined here. So the limit is now going to be args to args. Pass as number. Okay, so we have the limit. We know how many mobs there are in this world. And if the limit is smaller than count, then we know it has surpassed the limit. And what we're going to do now is, okay, just a single issue. The limit we're trying to apply is based on how many players there are in the world. So we're not going to use any args whatsoever. Same mob in world limit plus 1 player. That is a shitty way to make whatever, I don't care. It's only going to be used once, so shouldn't be an issue. Anyway, if E is a player, then we increase the player counts as well. Player count to 1. and to 0 actually. This is 0. Add 1 to player count. So now the limit, what the limit is going to be, it's going to be player count plus 1. If player count plus 1 is smaller than the mob count, in this case we're going to remove the mob because there's too many. So let's say there's 1 player, there was only 1 there already including that one, and it's, if it's a new mob then it's fine. If it's 2 it's still fine because 2 is, yeah, is the same as the player count plus 1. But if it's the 3rd mob, then the mob gets removed. Makes sense. Okay. We're going to remove active mob AM. Lovely. I'm going to put a bit of information here because a comment, because I'm pretty sure I'm going to forget why this is such a weird bloody skill. Limit is same mob type inside the world to the amount of players plus 1. There you go. Okay, lovely. So this absolutely humongous skill name, we're going to add it by refreshing this list of skills. I'm pretty sure there's an error. There you go. If E is a player, doesn't work properly because it doesn't know A, which is a weird bug fix. There you go. Loaded properly. Now we can add this skill over here without a problem. So this with skill with no arguments. And now this should be fine. So now what else do we have to do? We have to make sure that this guy can be aggroed by absolutely anything in the entire world. So we add the threat to players in world, if I'm not mistaken, and my memory is correct. Players in world. Yes, it's the first time I'm using this targeter, so actually just do it world. It's a better, shorter alias. Lovely. So now the mob is going to be aggroed to every single player. And because it's aggro to every single player, what it also needs to do is it needs to have a follow range of basically infinity. It has to follow the mob, to follow the user wherever it can. So I'm going to have like 300 block follow range, which is absolutely crazy. And yeah, it's going to follow you till 300 blocks, which is, like I said, crazy. I've never done a mob that follows from this far away. I hope it doesn't break the server. Okay, now, yeah, should be fine, I think. Yeah, go for it. So I'm going to test this out. I'm going to go straight to Nether. Oh, and actually this has to change a bit because it shouldn't count people with game mode. And also this guy has to send the spawn message to everyone on the server, so one also has to be sent to IR but world on spawn. But also, it's also a very important thing, this message must not be sent when it's removed. So I'm going to give it a delay 1 and then display the message to make sure that only the mobs that aren't despawned are displayed. And the remove lava swimmer check. This is a weird one. I don't remember why we have this. I see. Nah, let's get rid of this for this guy. I think a very important thing for this one now is that this guy is going to use his skills on almost any distance. So, I'm going to go jumping around to the user if he's within 300 blocks. It's absolutely crazy if you think about it. But I think it shouldn't shoot fireballs in that distance as well. But why not? Let's give it a shot. I'm very curious to how this is going to look like. Very, very curious. Okay. So, we've set it up, and we also need to update the skills over here so that it doesn't add player count if the player is what do you call it? Player game mode is survival. There you go. Skill and skills. Successful. Lovely. So now I have to be in game mode, survival, and survive, basically. But yeah, I can fly, so it should be fine. So, at the moment, I don't think it's spawned at all. Yep, none. So, if we get a champion Bison, spawn it and run really bloody far away, it's still going to be able to chase. So, let's try that out right now. Spawn and we run. Did he spawn? I have no bloody clue. Okay. Fly speed 5. Let's try again. Oh shit, that's an issue. He immediately despawned. Okay. I think it's because I didn't do this. Or not. That's not good. Something is very wrong at the moment. Very, very wrong indeed. Okay, he can't spawn at all. Oh, damn it. Why can't he spawn? Obviously, this is despawning it instantly. Player count +1 is smaller than count. If E-type is type, then you add 1 to count. Okay, we're going to check the player count and the count every single time they spawn, so let's broadcast that data. Okay, let's try again. So 0 players and 2 mobs. That can't be right. There's 1 player. Why is the player count 0? That cannot be right. If the... Oh, I know this. There's this bloody bug. If type of E is player, we need to do this, otherwise it doesn't work. It's a really annoying bug that I don't know why it happens. And still happens, okay. Type of shooter. Type of I did. Of P is not player. Type of E is player. What is your problem? This should work. Oh, player's game mode. God damn it, my bad. There's no player in this equation, so obviously it didn't work. Okay, let's try again. Brilliant. So 1, 2, yes. So yeah, I'm gonna run really far away now, and let's see if it can chase me somehow. Okay, it's trying to chase me. Wow, that is really far away. I think it's gonna jump into the lava. Yep. Where on earth are you? Oh, there he is. Okay. So, one thing I'm worried about is, can he go up really high? Up to this? Oh, he can. Oh, cool. Okay. He's shooting blocks here and there. Yeah, I think his tracking skills are on point. If I just stand here, will he be able to get to me? Is the question. Oh, what happened there? Oh, it's like he's flying up. Wait a sec, did he fly up literally? No, he didn't. He's literally beneath me, I think. Yeah. There you go. He is beneath me. Wow. That does make a terrifying experience. Cool. So he's going to destroy the blocks beneath you to get to you, so I think that's good enough, to be honest. Oh, and sorry if I didn't speak a lot in my live. I'm a little shy and I don't have the habit. Oh, it's completely fine. I understand that sentiment, and I have no problem with it whatsoever. Here is an amazing idea. If the user is really far away, let's add an absolutely crazy amount of jump. Far jump. Leap velocity. I don't know. 500. Far jump. See. Far jump. Oh, that guy's really trying hard to get to me. Oh, cool. Okay. That seems to literally work. Okay, let's try again. Let's see if the Pizoms can get to me effectively and try and attack me. Just gonna stand here. It's interesting that the ghasts don't seem to want to attack. Come to think about it. Why don't they? Ghast. I think I know why. Their follow range is not far enough. They don't have a threat table. And no aggro range. Should be fine though. I don't think we have a Pizom. Yeah, not yet. Let's try again. Oh, there you go. Got one. Come on, try and kill me. Where is the guy? Is that? No. I do not see the pig zombie anywhere. You know, I think I might try a new command for WMI when I'm looking for mobs. Because I think it's a good idea to upgrade my utility suite as much as possible. What I'm trying to say is WMMI, tells you which one. This doesn't really work, so let's screw that. Yeah, screw that entirely. And let's do this at mob string, and if it is find. If mob type is set, if AM type is mob type, what we're going to do is we're going to send the location of this mob. Location mob. Active mob. AM. Send location. AM type. Oh, we have a new one. There you go. Oh, we have one guy. We can't find the other one though. I think the new guy has decided to somehow find me. Congratulations to him. But I do not see the other one. Okay, let's try it. Champion Pizon. There's only one, which makes sense now. There's only one, I see, okay. Just the one guy. And the location is displayed. Very well, lovely. Location, lovely, okay. One thing that's a bit... Oh, so this is just above it, I see. Over there. So, 1 and 3. Why do we see these numbers? There's only one person, but there was 3, so it means that there's too many champion Pizoms, so one of them was despawned. So by now we should see 2 locations. Apparently not. Why do we not see 2 locations? There's meant to be 2 champion Pizoms by now, I think. Let's try clearing out the NPig zombies. And then kill NPig zombie. So now when we do WMI. Oh, 1-3. Okay, that's so weird. Why is it 3? Why does it think it has 3? There's only 1. Lying. There is only 1, but it thinks there's 3. Okay, so annoying. We're gonna try and fix this one now. If we go inside script and we go back to our skills, so the same world limit +1 player count. The player count is obviously 1, but this he thinks that there's 3 of these guys, but there's only 2. I mean, yeah, there's meant to be 2. Does it mean it's spawned at the same time? No, it doesn't make sense. Add 1 to player count. If the same type, you add 1. Is it looping through all the... Oh, I found it. The count is already 1. Makes sense now. Okay, my bad. Found it. So let's get out MM skills. Then we do MMR. And it should be fixed. Hopefully. MM mobs kill NPig zombie. Come on, spawn those mobs. Let's also kill the animals because there's too many. 26 spiders. Can we kill those? No, we can't. MV purge animals. That's the way to go. Okay, let's see if we can have more than 1 of these guys. Okay, let's just run away and see how well he can chase me as well. This is really far away. Oh, what? No way. Did you just teleport right next to me? Wait a second. Did you jump from there to here that fast? That is impressive. Oh no, that's the fireball. Okay, thought it was the pigs. I thought it was the mob jumping just directly to. Wow. Okay, that was fast. I've made these guys abominable trackers. So we've got two locations now. One guy is about 100 and something blocks far away. This guy's right next to me. Where is this other guy? The other guy is still really far away. I don't know why. Oh, has he arrived? Nope. Where are you, buddy? So this guy is minus 303. Let's actually go there and see why he's stuck. Minus 303. Oh, I think he's inside here. Haha. No wonder they can't come out. He's like, I don't know, where is he? Is he inside those blocks? No, he isn't. Interesting. Minus 303. He's still at the same spot though. Let's actually try oh, he's beneath. He's like here? 41. About the same location. Still can't see him. Where are you, buddy? Okay, so I think that this is quite an issue. So what the issue is basically, when they are too far away, they can't get to you for some reason. Oh, okay, screw it. We've got what? How did we get 3? That's meant to be impossible. Shit, that's bad. That's really bad. It's not meant to go to 3. And this is a bug. Counted. Yeah, it's not meant to go to 3. Yet we have. Not. What? I have no idea what's going on. This is like minus 607. That is so far away. Wow. Okay. New plan. An absolutely new plan. What we're going to do is instead, we are going to give it global aggro, but if the mob is more than 200 blocks from the closest player, it despawns. I don't know, to be honest. I mean, how on earth is this guy gonna... Oh, he's actually coming. He's slowly getting in, I think. He's actually moving. Is he? If we get 3 Pizoms here, then that's quite that is astonishing almost. Mine's 500. Let's just go there. It's gonna take ages. If he has to go through this, then yeah, it's gonna take ages. Minus 520 is this way. How on earth did he get spawned? Oh, there he is. Or that might not be him actually. Yeah, I think it is. Yep, these guys are having the time of their lives. That's so cool. Just teleporting their way until they actually reach me. Cool, okay. So, I'm pretty sure with this setup, there's not going to be any of them, none of them are going to be, you know, like stranded somewhere. Seems safe enough. What's up with the lava void though? Does it teleport to the player? It actually does. Wow. That is very dangerous. Whatever, should be fine. 1, 2, 3. 3. Okay, yeah, we have 3. They're all here. Lovely. Okay, I'm done now. I'm not gonna touch this anymore. I think that is enough of an update. It's a bit weird that they somehow got 3 instead of 2 maximum, but it's close enough. It is close enough. It is past 6 AM. Wow. Okay. That is long enough for today. I think I'm gonna have to go to bed. I've almost done 3-hour stream, and the talk was very enjoyable, I say. Thank you for keeping me company while I worked. Yeah, always a pleasure talking to you, and you're always welcome to the stream. And yeah, it is way too late, and I should really go to bed now, so I think it's almost starting to get bright. But yeah, okay, I'll be off now. Thanks a lot for keeping me company again. And yeah, hopefully if I have time tomorrow, I will start doing this again. And yeah, we see you sometime. Yeah. Okay, see ya. Bye. And whoever else that might be listening. 알겠습니다.